Everyone was a beginner at one point. Each and every person watching this video was a noob at one point. Every single player in PUBG Mobile had to go through many trials and errors to get to where they are right now. Perhaps Conqueror, perhaps a lower rank. Regardless, everyone made mistakes. What are those mistakes, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. Welcome back to the channel. The name's ExxotikGaming, and today I'm super excited to bring to you all an extremely helpful PUBG Mobile tips and tricks video explaining the 10 biggest mistakes noobs make in PUBG Mobile. I hope after watching this video, if you do any of these things, you can now adjust and make yourself a better player. This video is going to help you out a lot, so all I ask in return is for you to leave a like. If you're signed into YouTube, it takes just a couple of seconds, and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips and tricks videos. Turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already, and let's jump into this. So, to begin, the very first mistake new players make in PUBG Mobile is the simple subconscious fact that they are too scared to die in the early stages of the game. When you start playing PUBG Mobile, it is crucial that you do not play competitive. You need to understand that you're just learning at this point, and don't be afraid to try different strategies to see which one works best for you. Don't camp in a bush the entire match because that's not going to make you better at the game. You need to get a lot of action, experience everything PUBG Mobile has to offer, and only after many matches of practice should you finally begin to play more stealthily and aim towards getting your first win. When you first start playing, never play for wins. Play for the experience. And this single tip is the absolute greatest tip I can give to anyone in PUBG Mobile. Use it, learn it, and live it. Piggybacking off of number 1, the second thing new players always do wrong in PUBG Mobile is landing far away from everyone. Tell me this, how are you going to win a game if every time you land, you come to a place like here, where there are no other players, not even bots, and you don't ever get enough experience using the different weapons? You're not going to get that win. You will not get better at the game if you land far away from your enemies. As a beginning player, you should always try to land at high traffic areas like military base and school on a wrangle, for example, and try to get in as much action as possible. By encountering more people, you will get more experience, learn how to fight faster, gather loot faster, and in the end, become a better PUBG Mobile player. Besides, why land so far away anyways? You'll have to spend your entire game running to get inside that zone, and that's never fun. Speaking about the zone, another thing noobs always do in PUBG Mobile is forget to check the minimap to see where the next zone will be located. This is something all pros will do. They will check the map periodically to be sure they're going to be in the next safe zone. If not, in most circumstances, they'll move in advance so they don't accidentally get caught in the zone by surprise and take damage. You can make some estimations as to where you think the final zone will be as well. If the first zone is here, then the second zone is here, and the third is here, there's reason to believe the fourth will probably be somewhere around here, not all the way over here. If you're confused and don't know if you'll be in the next safe zone, keep energy drinks on you at all times so you can run faster, and a car or any type of vehicle will help you immensely. You know something that was introduced into PUBG Mobile not too long ago that's actually helped me and so many other people out a ton? Training mode. Believe it or not, back when I first started playing PUBG Mobile, training mode didn't exist. The only way you could perfect your settings to your playstyle and learn how to use all the different weapons and vehicles was simply by finding them in-game. Because of this, for the longest time, I was best with the SCAR and M416, but when it came to the Groza and AUG A3, I was completely clueless. I rarely looted airdrops, and I never got those weapons because of it. Why not go into training mode now that you have it? You can test out every type of weapon and attachment combination possible and learn what works best for you. You can do this with unlimited ammo and 0 deaths. It's an awesome game mode in this game. Speaking of guns, another very crucial tip that a lot of beginning players fail to do is check the gun stats. Most beginning players have absolutely no idea which guns are the best and which are the worst. Some beginning players out there may honestly say the Tommy gun is better than the AKM, and that's a problem. If you're just starting out playing this game, why not give yourself a head start? Go online, find stats of the different weapons, and see for yourself which attachments work best on them. I have a video that I posted recently that shows an awesome app that's your ultimate guide for PUBG Mobile. I'll link that video down in the description, but if you ever wanted to compare something like the M416 and AKM, for example, seeing what the pros and cons of both weapons are, that's the app to use. Check it out. Again, linked in the description. But before you do that, here's another crazy thing noobs do in PUBG Mobile. Something that annoys me so much. Having the microphone on for everyone. I die on the inside when I join into a match and there's some random kid with a horrible mic blasting Despacito in the background with his family yelling at each other all at the same time. Dude, Jimmy, whatever your name is, no one wants to hear that, and I think everyone watching this can agree. Oh, and here's the worst part. Some people's phone microphones pick up the in-game audio if they're not playing with headphones on, and all you hear in the background is the PUBG warm-up music as if it was played through a 40-year-old tape recorder that got half damaged by the Chernobyl explosion. It's not fun at all. So please, beginning players out there, mute yourself. There's no reason to have your microphone on unless you're playing with teams, and if you choose to turn it on, at least use a good mic and play in a quiet room. But that's not all! Another mistake beginning players make in PUBG Mobile is the simple fact that they refuse to try out certain weapons. Why is that? You think you're a pro now because all you use is the AKM? Well, I have news for you. If you don't know how to use the other guns, you're not a pro. Pros know how to use all different weapons in this game, and you're making a huge mistake if in the very beginning you only go for 1 or 2 different weapons. In your first matches that you play, try as many different weapons out. Even if you soon realize which is your favorite, you need to keep practicing with all of them. You need to know how to get a kill with each and every weapon in this game. Weapon drops are never guaranteed, and you'll be screwed if you're only comfortable with the UMP, and the place you land has no UMP in sights and only the crossbow and shotguns. Learn every gun, and you'll become much better at this game. Kind of related to learning how the guns work, another thing noobs do in PUBG Mobile is not realize that guns have a bullet travel time. In the very beginning, almost every player had a situation where someone was like 200 meters away and they tried to place their crosshair directly on the body of the enemy and shoot. Guess what? It's a miss. You have to lead your shots in PUBG Mobile if you want them to hit a player that's very far away. It takes a lot of time to get used to because each gun has a different bullet speed, so the amount of lead you need for the AWM will be significantly different from the Kar 98K. Again, this is where training mode is great. You can go to the tops of the mountains in training mode and snipe down at targets and moving players and see how the bullet travel time affects different weapons. The second to last biggest mistake beginning players make in PUBG Mobile also has to do with distance. When you're playing PUBG Mobile, I'm sure you've realized, if something is super far away from you, it won't fully render in. You can look at a distant mountain and it looks like it has the graphics of a laptop from 1982. It looks like a kid drew it in kindergarten right before nap time. The thing is, a lot of players will render in better than the actual surroundings that they have. So if you're hiding in a bush in the middle of an empty field, someone else 300 meters away might not see that bush. They will see a flat green surface with your character just sitting in the middle of it, and then they'll have the world's easiest snipe. It doesn't seem fair, but this is the only way the game doesn't majorly lag for all players. Take that into account. Always get behind solid cover and try to avoid hiding in a bush or tall grasses. And last, but certainly not least, one of the biggest mistakes noobs make in PUBG Mobile is not watching YouTube videos giving tips about the game. Believe it or not, most of the people that will watch this video are already experienced. They're not beginning players, and they will have already known all of this. So if you're a beginning player, keep watching YouTube videos. You'll learn valuable information you can't get normally just playing the game. You can learn funny bugs, best tips to get more kills, and even ways to reduce lag. Believe it or not, all that stuff is already on my channel. Want to know the best settings to win? Yeah, I have that on my channel. So watch a lot of YouTube videos, and by doing that, you are not only helping the creators of those videos, not just myself, but any other YouTuber, and you are also learning lots more about PUBG Mobile. And with that, you'll become a pro. So yes, I think we've covered over this top 10 list. These were the 10 biggest mistakes noobs or beginning players, whatever you'd like to call them, make in PUBG Mobile. I really hope you learned something new, and if you are a beginning player and you've watched this far, you can now see how to improve your gameplay in PUBG Mobile. Learn from this list, because after you master this list, you'll become that much closer to a true pro. I hope you enjoyed the video and the background gameplay in War Mode. Leave a like if you did, and if you want more PUBG Mobile Top 10s videos like this on the channel. Subscribe to my channel for all the future videos I plan to upload very soon on this game. Spoiler alert, they're freaking awesome. And turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.